Summary of Chapter 10 of *Sapiens: A Brief History of Humankind*. The Scent of Money. In Chapter 10, Yuval Noah Harari explores the history and power of money. He explains how money became one of humanity's most successful inventions and one of the strongest forces uniting civilizations. The chapter focuses on the origin of money, why humans trust money, how trade evolved, the role of markets, money as a universal language, the relationship between money and human cooperation. Harari argues that money is not simply coins or paper. It is a shared system of trust that allows millions of strangers to cooperate peacefully. 1. The problem with barter. Before money existed, people often traded goods directly through barter. For example, a farmer might exchange wheat for shoes. A hunter might trade meat for tools. This system created major problems. The double coincidence problem. For barter to work, each person must want exactly what the other offers. Example, a shoemaker may not want wheat at that moment. As societies grew larger, barter became inefficient and complicated. 2. The birth of money. To solve barter problems, humans created money. Money acts as a medium of exchange, a store of value, a standard for measuring worth. Instead of trading goods directly, people could trade goods for money and later use that money for something else. This made trade much easier. 3. Early forms of money. Different societies used many types of money, including shells, salt, beads, grain, cloth, livestock. Anything widely trusted could function as money. Harari emphasizes, money has value only because people collectively believe in it. 4. Why gold and silver became popular. Gold and silver eventually became common forms of money because they are durable, portable, divisible, rare, easy to recognize. People trusted precious metals across different cultures. This allowed trade between distant civilizations. 5. Money is built on trust. One of the chapter's central arguments is, money is a system of mutual trust. A paper note has little physical value. Yet people accept it because they believe. Others will accept it too. Money works because societies trust. Governments, banks, economic systems, shared beliefs. Without trust, money becomes worthless. 6. Money is the most universal system of trust. Harari argues that money is more universal than religion, culture, language. People from completely different backgrounds can cooperate economically through money. For example, two strangers who hate each other politically or religiously may still trade peacefully if both trust money. Money creates cooperation between people who may share nothing else. 7. Money does not care about identity. Money is neutral. It does not care about religion, nationality, race, culture. As long as people trust the economic system, trade can occur. Harari says this universality made money one of the most powerful forces in human history. 8. The rise of markets. As money spread, markets expanded. Markets allowed large-scale trade, specialization, economic growth. People no longer needed to produce everything themselves. Instead, farmers focused on farming. Blacksmiths made tools. Merchants transported goods. Specialization increased productivity and wealth. 9. The psychological power of money. Money changed how humans think. People began measuring time, labor, goods, services in terms of monetary value. Harari suggests money became deeply connected to status, security, success, power. Modern societies often organize life around economic systems. 10. Money and human relationships. Money can strengthen cooperation, but it may also weaken personal relationships. In small hunter-gatherer societies, relationships were based on trust and familiarity. Modern economies rely more on contracts, payments, financial systems. Some human interactions became more impersonal. 11. Coins and empires. Ancient rulers used coins to strengthen empires. Standardized currency helped collect taxes, pay soldiers, encourage trade, unite territories. For example, the Roman Empire spread common coinage across vast regions. Shared currency created economic unity. 12. The role of governments. Governments help maintain trust in money. States support currencies by creating laws, punishing counterfeiters, regulating economies. People trust money partly because they trust political systems behind it. 13. From gold to paper money. Originally, many currencies were backed by valuable metals such as gold. Later, societies increasingly used paper money and digital systems. Modern money often has no direct physical backing. Its value depends mainly on public confidence, economic stability, government credibility. Harari highlights how much modern economies rely on collective belief. 14. Credit and the future. Money also allowed the development of credit. Credit means trust in future wealth. Banks lend money because they believe borrowers will repay later. Economies will continue growing. Credit became essential for business expansion, investment, modern capitalism. 15. Money encourages global connection. Trade networks connected distant civilizations. Goods moved across continents. Silk from China, spices from India, gold from Africa, silver from the Americas. Money helped create global economic systems long before modern globalization. 16. Economic growth and human power. Money accelerated innovation, trade, urbanization, technological development. Economic systems allowed civilizations to become more complex and powerful. Harari argues that money became one of humanity's strongest organizing tools. 17. The dark side of money. The chapter also discusses problems connected to money. Money can contribute to greed, inequality, exploitation, corruption. Economic systems sometimes prioritize profit over human relationships, ethics, environmental protection. Harari does not fully condemn money, but shows its complicated effects. 18. Money and morality. Money can connect people peacefully, but it does not guarantee moral behavior. For example, people may cooperate economically while still exploiting others. Businesses may profit from harmful activities. Money creates trust in exchange, not necessarily justice or compassion. 19. Capitalism begins emerging. Harari briefly introduces ideas that later connect to capitalism. Economic growth increasingly depended on investment, credit, expanding markets. Human societies began focusing more heavily on productivity, wealth creation, financial expansion. This trend becomes central in later chapters. 20. Money as shared imagination. The chapter returns to one of the book's biggest themes. Human civilization is built on shared imagined systems. Money has power because humans collectively believe in it. Like laws, nations, religions, money exists within shared human imagination. Yet this imagined system shapes real human behavior globally. Main themes of Chapter 10. 1. Money solved the limits of barter. Trade became easier and more efficient. 2. Money is based on trust. Currencies work because people believe others will accept them. 3. Money unites humanity. Economic systems connect strangers across cultures. 4. Economic systems shape civilization. Trade and markets transform societies globally. 5. Shared beliefs create powerful systems. Money is one of humanity's strongest imagined orders. Important concepts explained simply. What is barter? Direct exchange of goods without money. Why is money important? It allows people to trade efficiently and cooperate economically. Why does Harari say money is based on trust? Because money has value only if people collectively believe in it. Why is money universal? People from different cultures can still cooperate through shared economic systems. Lessons from the chapter. 1. Human cooperation depends on trust. Economic systems function because people believe in them. 2. Shared imagination shapes reality. Money exists mainly through collective belief. 3. Trade connects civilizations. Markets help create global human networks. 4. Economic progress has moral challenges. Money can create prosperity, but also inequality and exploitation. Conclusion. Chapter 10 of *Sapiens*, A Brief History of Humankind, explains how money became one of the most powerful inventions in human history. Yuval Noah Harari argues that money works because humans collectively trust shared economic systems. The chapter reveals why barter failed, how currencies emerged, why money unites strangers, how markets transformed civilization, why economic systems rely on shared belief. Most importantly, the chapter shows that money is far more than coins or paper. It is a universal language of trust that helped connect humanity across continents, cultures, and civilizations.